question.
Well, baseball, what a humbling game. You got to show up, you got to play defense, and you got to throw strikes. And, yesterday Little Rock didn't do it. Today we didn't do it. I mean, I don't know, probably walked 9, 10, somewhere in there, hit a couple people, made a couple mental mistakes in the field, come back to the mound with the bases loaded. You got to know where you're going to throw the ball. And you have to be told in the middle of the play by a catcher and the whole stadium, and you get twisted up. I mean, there was a diving play in left field. You don't dive for that ball. Just let it drop. Cut a relay throw to home plate that was going to be perfect. Catcher didn't say anything. That means let it go. Just it all added up. And, then you give credit to Weatherly. I mean, he's one of their top relievers. He just threw 105 pitches, 6 innings, maybe 6 or 7 innings. He did a great job. And, they played better than us. They deserve to beat us.
You mentioned the defense. Was that a lack of focus, or just one of those things where it's contagious? Just one of those days, or?
Well, the defense, we didn't boot ground balls. Well, Brady did. That's very unusual. He's been great all year. He looked up because he feels that ball. He's thrown to the plate. The runner's out by a lot. He looked up and the ball got by him. He just barely even got a piece of it. So that was not good. The other one was a mental mistake by our pitcher. The ball spinning to his left to get around it, make a throw to the plate. If we get one for sure, maybe we turn a double play on, the inning's over. If not, either way, he was squared up to go to first, it looked like to us. And so that's a mental mistake. Then it ended up being a physical mistake and, just snowballed on us. So I just think that we didn't play good.
How would you assess Bobby's start today?
Throws too many pitches in each inning. I mean, you get 3 innings, he's always at 60 pitches. He's 21, 22 pitches an inning. It seems like his stuff was pretty good. We scored 3 runs. He walks the leadoff man. Can't do that. I think about when they scored their 3 runs in the top of the third, they came out and it was bing, bang, boom there in the dugout. So still pitching like a freshman, in my opinion, with a good arm.
Last time you guys lost to Little Rock back in 2019, you got a big series win against Auburn the weekend after. What's the key to coming back and, getting your team refocused for this weekend with a big series?
Well, I mean, I think we're going to be fine there as far as refocusing. I played a lot of people in the last 2 days, rested our starting catcher 2 days in a row, let him get healthy. Shortstop the same way, let him build up a little bit of stamina. We didn't throw a couple of our relievers that we could have thrown today. And, because the league is really good. It's really tough. And the margin, for error and winning and losing is really small. So I feel like that after we leave the field today, because we discussed all the things we didn't do right and a few other things. And then the offense and the pitching they're talking in their separate groups with their coaches, and then we're moving on, because you got to learn from the day you just had and try to get better the next day.
So how's Wagner feeling? What do you think he'll be ready to do Friday?
Yeah, I'd say it's 50-50. You got a little fracture in that thumb, a little hairline, a little broken, whatever you want to call it. He's very tough. It's more of a, it's not a clean break or anything. It's just more of a hairline fracture, but very painful right now. But I think if anybody can handle the pain, it'd probably be him. But I don't know yet. I don't know. We'll know more tomorrow, and I don't think it'll be until Friday. I'll know if I'm going to write him in the lineup. So he's going to have to show me that he can play.
What your starting rotation looks like for this weekend?
We're going to do the same thing we did last weekend. We're not sure who we're going to throw on Saturday or Sunday yet. It kind of depends on who we have to pitch on Friday to try to win.
Tennessee had such a big season last year, much like your 21. What do you see out of them this season?
Well, they're very talented. Their pitching staff is probably as good as anyone in the league. Their numbers are great. They have 3 really talented starters with big arms, pro guys that are going to pitch in professional baseball probably for a long time. Got a good bullpen, good mix out there. And, you know, they've got 4 or 5 starters out and got or back. And, yeah, I mean, they're solid. So they're like every team in the league. They're just really good.
You guys faced probably the best individual pitcher in Skeens earlier in the year, but with Tennessee, it seems like the staff overall is about as talented as anyone in the country. Just what's it like approaching this weekend, knowing that if you can hit this weekend against this team, you could probably hit against anybody?
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, you could say LSU staff, you could say Florida staff, I'd say Vanderbilt staff, Tennessee staff. They're all just they're deep, and you know, LSU's had some injuries, but Tennessee's been good, and Florida's got their guys rolling. So, I mean, you gotta every weekend you go into it, and you know that you're going to be facing good arms, good velocity, usually a mix of both right and left-handed pitchers. So, I mean, I don't think. I mean, to answer your question, yeah, if we hit the ball good this weekend, we're going to feel like we can hit anybody in the league. But there's other staffs in the league that are really good as well, and you'd probably get the same feeling if you hit them.
What's the message to some of the players like Hunter and Austin that made mistakes today that may have to sit or that you'll probably need at some point down the line during midweek games this year?
Well, you know, yeah, I mean, it's, you know, you talk to players individually, but you also talk to the whole team and just go through what went on. And that was the message, you know, you can't do this in this situation, or, you know, I don't really want to talk about it, you know, each of them individually in here.
We ask you about him all the time, but Borfin homered in both the games against Little Rock. Just what are you seeing from him at the plate?
Well, he's really done a nice job of getting into hitter counts for the most part. You know, he can hit when he's behind in the count too, but he's laid off some pitches early in the count. If you don't swing at balls, you have a chance to be a really good hitter. If you have some skills, and he's got skills, and he's really doing well. And we need some other guys to, you know, to pick us up. They need to get it going as well. I'd back him up a little bit.
Just looking ahead to this weekend, you know, obviously you and Vitello have a good relationship, but I think the fan bases really enjoy this matchup and the intensity of it. And, you know, obviously should be a pretty good crowd, good weather. Just how much are you anticipating, looking forward to how good the matchup, the atmosphere is going to be? And
Well, I think we haven't really seen the atmosphere this season at this ballpark that, you know, that we've seen in the past. And what I mean by that, the weather hasn't been great. You know, it was pretty good against Alabama, but it wasn't real loud, honestly. And there were some good ball games. They were tight, but the fans, they can help us when they're loud. And so I'm sure that with the weather being where it is, where we are in league play, I have a feeling this place is going to it's going to elevate a little bit.
If Wagner can't play, you play Grimes in left today. How do you look at your outfield this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, that's an option. You know, it just depends on how you want to, you know, I could put Kendall in right, Borfin in left. I could have another DH. I mean, there's options there. You know, I think Hunter had been swinging it well, and he hadn't had a lot of opportunities until today, when he popped up a few times and hit a decently hard ground ball to third, struck out the other bat. I think maybe walked, but yeah, I don't know yet. You know,
I think it's left thumb. Is that right? That he injured
who?
Wagner with his left thumb. So that's not as dominant one. I wonder, how does that affect him? Do you think, with it not being as dominant
Well,
hand?
Sure, bat. He can grip the bat. You know, that if you hurt your top hand, it's going to affect you more than the bottom hand, I would think, you know, the way we swing a bat. So, you know, it's more about the pain and him not thinking about that thumb. And So if, if he shows me tomorrow that he can hit a little bit or Friday, probably go with him, but we won't know for a day or two.
You mentioned he's really tough, and you weren't even sure if he was going to be out of the lineup yesterday. Did he fight you at all about trying to play today, or did he know like he wasn't able to?
Because we got him looked at this morning. So once we found out exactly what was up, he's definitely not going to play him today, and then have a plan to try to get him ready for Friday.
Coach, thanks for the time.
All right.